Good evening, and thanks for choosing THV 11 News at 6. I'm Brooke Buckner.
And I'm Jurnee Taylor. Of course, we have meteorologist Nathan Scott here on this, what do y'all call it?
I call it Friday Eve. You like to call it Friday
Okay.
Junior.
I do this every week, and I can never remember what you guys say. I just know what I say. But Friday Eve.
Friday Eve it is.
All right, this Friday Eve is bringing it. Sorry, you guys at home. Sorry.
They're like, does it matter?
It does not matter, actually. What matters is the rain that was in the state today. How long will it be sticking around?
Yeah, some of us had a downpour out there this afternoon. As close as Jacksonville, Sherwood, nothing here in downtown Little Rock. The only leftovers I can find now are situated into Hot Spring County and also Clark County, but those are starting to fizzle out as well. We're losing those brighter oranges and reds, and also still a downpour pretty close to you folks in Buckner that's drifting its way just around to the northeast, it looks like. But overall, not too much happening across the state of Arkansas, but I'm watching this line of severe thunderstorms make its way from Missouri, and now we got a severe thunderstorm warning that's been issued for Marion County. And if that holds together, you folks in Searcy County, Stone County, Izard County could see some lightning and thunder out there over the next probably 2 or 3 hours. Here's future radar, shows that potential, maybe a shower thunderstorm primarily for North Arkansas. And then as we go throughout the day on Friday, it's going to be hot, it's going to be humid, but we'll have to watch out for maybe a cluster of showers and thunderstorms later in the day, and some of the storms could be strong. Temperatures right now pretty much into the 90s, unless it's rained. You cool down to the 80s, still 100 in Fort Smith. It feels like the triple digits across most of the region. And it's a rinse and repeat situation when it comes to the heat. Tomorrow we get the heat advisory in effect noon until 8 o'clock in the evening. Highs tomorrow, mid to upper 90s. I'll have another look at that beneficial rain potential on your Friday. And if it continues into the weekend, a little bit later.
All right, Nathan, thank you. Well, 7 Arkansans say their petition signatures shouldn't have been tossed out. So they're now suing Secretary of State Cole Jester over a rejection tied to the title on the paperwork. The group Protect Arkansas Rights is behind it, pushing ballot measures voters can decide on. Now, we reported the state's ballot measure rights amendment of 2026 was struck down. Jester's office says it used a different title. The group argues in court it's a tiny error and says Jester's website used the same title. They want a judge to reverse it and recheck signatures, ignoring the name.
Tonight, we're learning more about a shooting at an apartment complex in North Little Rock near Maumelle that left one man injured last night.
Tenants say they're growing increasingly concerned about safety after multiple recent shootings in the area. THV 11's Maya Ellison takes a closer look at those concerns and why residents say something needs to change.
I can't even hold my phone. Girl, look at me. You know, and I'm just a wreck.
Maria Huff, a tenant at the Peaks at Country Club, says she's still shaken after a shooting Wednesday night that North Little Rock police say left one man injured. For many who live here, the incident is still fresh.
I don't feel unsafe right now. Now, if it continues, I don't know, you know. Only God knows what I'll feel.
North Little Rock police responded to a report of shots fired just after 9 p.m. Officers found a man with a non-life-threatening gunshot wound. Paramedics rushed him to a local hospital. Residents say they first thought the noise was fireworks.
I heard like a kaboom.
And the next thing I heard something go, brrrr, pat, 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 pat. And when we first heard it, we was like, what is that? Is that backfire or firecrackers?
And then I looked over my balcony and I'm like, oh my God, it looked like blue lights, but it looked like it's in our apartments, you know.
By Thursday morning, the damage was still clear. Bullets struck cars and even apartment homes.
All this debris and the bullets hit here and tore the paneling up here. And it tore the paneling up there.
Inside one unit, bullets pierced a wall into a bedroom. Another apartment has damaged windows. No other injuries were reported, but Huff says the shooting is one of several issues that have left her worried about safety.
I don't feel comfortable and safe. I really don't, you know, and I think, you know, they need to get cameras out here. They need to get some more patrol out here so they can get this place back in order.
Just last week, North Little Rock police also responded to a deadly shooting at a nearby Circle K. Police say the two cases are not believed to be connected, but they continue to encourage anyone with information to come forward. For residents like Huff and Jones, what has typically been a quiet community is now leaving them calling for change.
My main focus really is on the young youth, that we got to cut the violence. It's time to really get our communities back to third spaces.
In North Little Rock, Maya Ellison, THV 11 News.
All right, Maya, thank you. Well, Wednesday's shooting
remains under investigation. We reached out to the city of North Little Rock and the apartment complex owners for comment. The city referred us to police, and we have not yet received a response from the property owners. North Little Rock police need your help tonight, searching for a man wanted for domestic battery and aggravated assault. Take a good look at your screen here. Authorities are looking for this man, 29-year-old Talon Bizel. Police describe him as 5'11", 215 pounds, with multiple tattoos on his upper body. Bizel is considered to be armed and dangerous. If you or anyone you know has any information, call the tip line on your screen.
Well, a man is facing first-degree battery charges after being suspected in a shooting this morning in Bryant. According to police, an investigation is underway, and once they reached the scene at Williams Lane and Kings Crossing, a victim was found shot multiple times. As of now, officials say the victim remains in critical condition. However, Hayden Shepard was arrested and charged. He's currently being held at the Saline County Detention Center. You can stay with THV 11 News as we learn more. Well, Arkansans who have oil or gas on their land might now be able to get a little more money from energy companies.
It's all thanks to a recent court ruling. New tonight, THV 11's Carter Thweet breaks down what you need to know and why people are celebrating.
Conway resident Mike Norman has leased his land to energy companies for years.
I've dealt with British Petroleum, I've dealt with XTO, I've dealt with Merit, I've dealt with BHP.
They pay him to harvest his minerals, but one company rubs Norman and a lot of other people the wrong way.
That all came tumbling down when Flywheel started accumulating those mineral rights in that area.
Flywheel Energy started to pay landowners less, arguing they could deduct some production costs before calculating the payouts. Officials and residents of north central Arkansas, where the practice is popular, disagreed and a lawsuit ensued.
We have fought for the property owner, the owner of those mineral leases. You are going to get paid what your lease states you should be paid.
Earlier this week, the 8th Circuit Court of Appeals ruled in their favor. They said that a recent law, Arkansas Act 1024, clarifies what was always the case. Royalties should be paid without removing production costs.
That's what makes this even more special, because now that money's coming back to Arkansas, to the people who own the minerals.
Flywheel Energy could not be reached for comment Thursday. Landowners like Norman hope that this is the start of Arkansans being paid what they believe they're due.
And I think that what the ruling is going to do is hold Flywheel accountable.
It does clear the way for the possibility of a class action suit for everyone that's similarly situated to get it resolved.
In Conway County, Carter Thweet, THV 11 News.
Carter, thank you. As far as exactly how much money Arkansans could get as a result of the lawsuit, officials aren't 100% sure, but they did say the courts have been holding $6 million in escrow from 2025 alone, while the deductions have been going on since 2019. Well, flags across Arkansas will be ordered to half-staff tomorrow to honor a fallen World War II prisoner of war, William Kill. Kill served as a technician in a quartermaster truck regiment. In the spring of 1942, he was captured by the Japanese and subjected to a 65-mile death march into captivity. Kill later died on July 16th. In April 2019, he was later identified by the Defense DOW MIA agency. Kill was later returned home on August 4th and will be laid to rest tomorrow.
A natural state resource for those experiencing personal crises is starting a platform for teenagers. AR Teen Connect is a peer-to-peer text line where trained teen volunteers support others that might be facing a challenging circumstance or situation. The timing of this outlet is crucial considering the start of the new school year. Volunteers spent nearly 60 hours this summer learning how to listen, respond, and help their peers through tough moments. If you know someone that might be experiencing a challenging situation, you can share the number at the bottom of your screen.
For nearly 30 years, recognition for the Arkansas Teacher of the Year spotlights the best in education across the state. Winners are chosen in a competitive process with the final selection made by the governor and the Secretary of State for the Department of Education. This year's Arkansas Teacher of the Year is Stephanie Williams. She's a music teacher at the Mountain View Elementary and Benton School District. Williams has been an educator for nearly 20 years, starting as a middle school band director, later serving as an elementary music teacher in 2023.
I've learned that teaching comes from sacrifice, tears, lots of laughter, deep joy, but most of all, community. I am also grateful for my personal village, the people who support my wild ideas, lift me up when doubt creeps in, and know exactly when to surprise me with that emergency stressed chocolate.
Well, Williams is known for incorporating cross-curricular lessons, integrating other subjects like science and social studies into the arts.
North Little Rock Parks and Recreation is organizing a back-to-school giveaway bash this weekend, preparing students in the area for the upcoming school year. The event at 25 Funland Drive this Saturday goes from noon to 2. Free backpacks and school supplies will be provided, and you can expect music, games, and much more.
Well, as future college students enjoy their last little bit of summer, some might sense some anxiety with moving onto campus, what they should know before they start school this fall.
And we have entered the 4th heat wave of the season. The high today was 100 degrees at Little Rock. I'll let you know how long this heat wave could last and also have the latest on the potential of some storms arriving on Friday.